Let's start with the latest on the coronavirus outbreak. South Korea has confirmed one more case today. And for the latest, we have our Eum Ji-young on the line for us. Jiyoung, tell us more about the latest case.
Mokyeon, like you said, South Korea confirmed one more coronavirus case today, bringing the total to 24. Korea Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said on Friday that these 24 confirmed cases have come into contact with 1,386 people. The agency also said that the 24th case was one of the Korean evacuees who returned to South Korea from Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak. The patient, a 28-year-old male, tested positive on Thursday afternoon and was moved to the National Medical Center that evening. This is the second case among the evacuees who flew in from Wuhan. The patient was checked several times after coming back to South Korea, and all tests came up negative until he showed mild symptoms on Tuesday. The evacuees have been under a 14-day isolation since arriving back from Wuhan last Friday. They are staying in public facilities in Asan City and Jincheon County. Both locations are about a 2-hour drive from Seoul. This latest case comes after the Central Accident Prevention Division confirmed 4 more cases on Thursday. 3 cases were Korean nationals who are either family members or have had close contact with other confirmed patients. They all had been in voluntary quarantine before being diagnosed with the disease. The other case, the 23 confirmed case, was a Chinese woman who arrived in South Korea on January 23rd as a tourist. The KCDC said this woman visited Lotte department store in Myeongdong and a local supermarket in South Korea. Lotte department store Myeongdong branch will close temporarily from 2 p.m. Friday for 3 days. As the new cases were confirmed, the local TV home shopping channel GS Shop, where one of those new patients had been working, decided to go off air until Saturday morning.
Now, meanwhile, the Ministry of Education says the number of school days could be shortened because of the coronavirus outbreak.
That's right. The Ministry of Education has decided to regard coronavirus as a natural disaster. According to officials in the education field, Minister of Education Yoon Hye sent letters to 17 superintendents of education across the country, saying that the number of days in the school year could be shortened to prevent further spread of the coronavirus outbreak. The Ministry of Education said it can shorten the school year by up to 10%, and the number of days schools are closed will differ depending on the situation of the region. The ministry took similar measures during the 2015 MERS outbreak. Also, as the 22nd confirmed patient was found in Naju, South Jeolla Province schools and kindergartens in Naju are considering suspension. There are about 30 kindergartens, 24 elementary schools, 15 middle schools, and 11 high schools in Naju.
Now, Jiyoung, what are some of the changes we're going to see starting from today?
The government will widen the scope of those being tested for the virus. It has expanded the definition of suspected cases to include people who show respiratory symptoms or fever within 14 days of visiting anywhere in China. Also, if you haven't visited China but are concerned that you might have the novel coronavirus because you have a high fever, you can get tested from today. Officials announced the move due to a rise in the number of confirmed patients who have been to countries other than China. To be eligible to take the test, you must have a high fever, one of the symptoms of the coronavirus. People with symptoms can visit 124 public health centers, and a locally developed new test kit that only takes 6 hours to determine whether a patient is infected will also be available at 50 medical institutions across South Korea. All the tests for coronavirus are free. That's all for me. For now. Back to you, Mokyeon.
Thank you for that update, Jiyoung.